7th of June, 2023, Wednesday. MAO with help once again, guys. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for waiting. Last few days of having my class was so packed and was so amazing. That's why I could have time to do my MAO. All right. And after that, I got a sore throat, so I was down for one more day. But today, action-packed stuff coming in right now. Gosh, SEC seemingly targeting Binance, and things can get scary. There's $2.2 billion of assets now under heavy worry and scrutiny. And of course, Rothschild booking on Nvidia. Is it a sign that things are going to happen? Things are going to happen to the US market because the numbers are really not good. Let's go into details. Let's go. Right, disclaimer apply as usual, and thank you, Ames, for the kind sponsorship. Now, first of all, let's look at the US market to begin with. The US market last night down by 10, up by 10 points. The Nasdaq down by, up by 1 point, and S&P up by 10 points. All right, so it's a very amazing run because normally we don't see the Dow Jones and Nasdaq not moving much, and yet the S&P up by 10 points. So something is happening right now. And of course, last night, Nvidia down by 1.32%, trading about $386. And I've been telling you guys this, anything above $400 to sell on Nvidia. All right, so let's see what happened. All right, so basically, right, we know that the S&P is trading near the 9-month high. It's very interesting that you actually utilize this 9-month high thingy. And of course, it's the highest close for the broad market index dating all the way to August 2022. That's what they're trying to say. So it's a little bit like trying to tell you that the market is bullish, but they just very specifically like this is the area. So of course, we all know that there are some losses in Merck and United Health, and usually this too is a very key point. If these two are actually trading lower, right, sometimes you may have to understand that the market may be going to profit taking very soon. And of course, COINBASE dropped by 12% after Securities and Exchange Commission sued the crypto company. So we all know that they are already aiming at this Binance, and of course, and that is one little issue here. And Apple share went a bit up slightly higher because of the highly anticipated virtual reality headset, which I think is way too expensive. I'll talk about this shortly. But my point is this, the market now, in my opinion, is really ripe for profit taking. So first of all, let's talk about the Apple latest gadget. I think that's really, really expensive for this virtual reality set. It costs about $3,500 US. My goodness. I mean, compared to HTC One, you can see the price is really, really big. So if you ask me itself, right, I think it's time to sell Apple. Okay. I believe that Apple share is going to come back down again to 170 region because I think that now the current price of 179 is a little bit too high. What do you think, guys? I believe that. Though the trend is definitely on uptrend because a double common point, yet the price is higher, but I think a 170 pullback is going to be worth to look at. Okay. Now, on the other one, Boeing was down again because of the defect on the 787 Dreamliner planes. And of course, we know Boeing have always been having such an issue here. We saw the Boeing share came down quite a fair bit in the early part of the morning, but then after that, it recovered. Heavy buying came in, so I think the management came in to buy. And I think that Boeing share should be able to drop back to 193. Now, Boeing shares, in my opinion, to come back to 185 region, I think it's pretty possible because I felt that this counter itself is a little bit not moving together with the general market. Hence, therefore, a pullback of such a negative news may bring it down to 185 region. All right, now let's go to SEC. SEC really going after Binance. So apparently, the SEC sues Binance, all right, for many things. The key thing is to say that they ran illegal crypto exchange in US. Oh gosh, okay. And the regulator lawsuit asked the federal judge to freeze the company asset. This is no joke. Of course, CZ come in and say they are down, standing by, ensuring stable system are stable, withdrawal, deposit, and they are really trying to face this fight. But of course, now with the SEC asking for emergency order to freeze Binance asset anywhere in in the world, is taking things a little bit, excuse me, getting pretty bad. Gosh, okay. So with all this thing going on, this is not good for Binance and the Bitcoin. So it's all Bitcoin coming down all the way to from 27,200. It went all the way down to 25,500. But after that, we saw heavy buying to bring it back all the way to 27,000. So the thing is this, seemingly there's a lot of people buying Bitcoin, and any pullback seemingly is a buy. So to me itself, if that's the case, the next drop to maybe 22,000 will be a good buy once again. All right, so while we have Binance having issue, COINBASE was also being hit. All right, so a COINBASE now for allegedly, excuse me, man. This is bad. My sore throat is not back yet. Oh gosh. Okay. So sues COINBASE for allegedly acting as an unregistered crypto broker. So now the thing is this, very interesting. Just before the news came out, somehow someone have bought big time, $100,000 worth of this COINBASE put, okay? And because of that news that came out, wow, look at it. The COINBASE share slammed down more than 10%. So whoever had bet on this put itself, right, have made millions of dollars just by doing that. And so you tell me this world is fair? Come on, I don't believe in this. So the thing is this right now, but COINBASE seem it gaps down quite a fair bit, but it recovered pretty strongly, but still net change itself is still down with very heavy volume. Let's see how it happens. But to me itself, if this is going to continue, I'm not going to be half surprised to see COINBASE trading about $40. So traders, don't chase after this, wait for further pullback. All right, now while we're all saying that the market is bearish, but apparently the Wall Street official stock market outlook by the latest CNBC market strategy survey are pretty positive. In fact, itself, right, you can see Merrill Lynch looking at 4,300, BMO 4,550, CFRA 4,575, Deutsche Bank 4,005, Evercore ISI 4,450, and this company 4,400. Open to him. But the interesting thing is this, Barclays is looking at 3,725, Citi 3,900, and Morgan Stanley 3,900. And of course, now on the average itself, right, most of them are looking at an average of a 4,200. Now, we all know the S&P is trading at 4,200, and that basically buoyant the confidence of a lot of people. But to me itself, it's time to take profit. I'll tell you more in detail. So Evercore ISI raises market outlook and says that given the momentum right now, it should be a time to buy into the market. So it's very interesting, but seemingly they have their view. They think that this can go higher. And of course, with the CBOE volatility index going down, that makes people feel more comfortable. But to me itself, VIX now is time to load in, okay? Yes, when below 16, I think it's time to buy even more to protect, to hedge your position. Now, one thing is that the noted bear strategies, which is Morgan Stanley, Mike Wilson, continue to come on and says that don't buy this breakout. A market correction is coming. This is a very straight to the point analyst. He says that right now he's still sticking to his bearish call for a technical correction despite the recent rally driven by the technology stocks. He says that right, main thing is this technology run up is really not real. Hence, therefore, he believed that there will be a pullback looking at lower down to 3,900. So we all know that now the equities have suffered quite a fair bit when the bank reserve has tumbled and the reserve have been going down. And of course, with more reserve going down, definitely the stock market may have some problem, right? But of course, the main thing is this is a money supply that's going down below the zero threshold. Hence, therefore, based on the history, we should see some profit taking coming in. So what do you think, guys? Is this going to be an important thing? But we all know now that at the moment now, the speculators' positioning in S&P is really most net short since September 2007. So you can see right here itself, the last time we see something of such a magnitude was 07. And of course, we know that after that in 08, the stock market crashed down until 09 March. So is this a sign that things are going to get very scary? And that's why you can see that only the smaller companies are looking at 4,300 upside, while the bigger banks are looking downside. This is very, very interesting. And of course, the consumer confidence, according to Bespoke Investment Group, apparently now the confidence in the economy is overwhelming negative. Just 10.5% report positive or very positive, while 79.5% reported negative or very negative. Okay, wow. Now, we all know that the office vacancy is a very good indicator, a catalyst. And apparently right now, right, just about a few months ago, it was at 16.7. Now, the latest report says 17% all spaces in the US is vacant. And some more, there's a $1.5 trillion worth of commercial real estate debt is coming in by 2025. Now, with the interest rate at a high level and basically a lot of properties are vacant, not able to pay their debt, this is a crisis in the making, and I totally agree with that. And right now, right, not only this vacancy is not just at those poorer town, but no, it's actually at San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, Phoenix, Cleveland. So all these are pretty big cities, and they are down by 31% as much in San Francisco. This is not a good sign at all. But of course, the main driver that pushed the stock market up is FANG. And of course, as long as FANG stays up, the S&P is trying its best to stay. But you can see right now, it's really not moving the same way that what happened previously, whereby the FANGs went up and S&P did trade higher. Now the rate of return is not doing the same. Hence, therefore, right now, the current market breadth itself is also very unique. It's seemingly showing that, right, the market is near a potential recession. All right, when the numbers is going up itself within the average of 6-month return to the top 500, right, you can see when the numbers is shooting up itself, that means that it's pretty near to recession point. And of course, the US April factory orders going down by half, that actually expanded my view on this. And of course, at the moment now, you can see the US manufacturing new orders are now very, very near to the negative zone. And of course, the last time we saw this was in 2019, whereby we have the pandemic. So what do you think, guys? Things are not going good. So if these are not going good, no wonder Rothschild's family members are actually getting out, apparently. So in case you know who's Rothschild, right? You've been hearing this, the Tin family that run the whole world. So this family has a very interesting heritage since 1763. So you can see all the way itself, they have been doing a lot of business across the whole world. And this is the latest member that is people well known for that. But the thing is this, if you don't know them, take note, okay? Apparently now their net worth is about 1.2 trillion, and that is the so-called official numbers. In fact, the non-official apparently could be as much as $25 trillion. Oh my goodness. Imagine your monthly income is $7 billion. How do you finish this money? All right. So the thing is this now, we know that Nvidia is an up and rising stock, but apparently I've been calling for sell on this counter. Nvidia long-time investors trims holding as the AI rally overheats accordingly. So the longest investors streaming bets on this counter, and this is the M1, the Rothschild Asset Management, okay? They are now reducing it quite a fair bit because after recently the stock went 1 trillion, they feel that it's a bit too high. And of course, with all this information itself, this could be a little baby bubble, right? So that's the reason why if they are exceeding with all the US economy numbers are not doing well, I kind of believe that it's time to take some profit. Don't you think so? So that's the reason why I still believe that the NASDAQ will go below 14,000 in the near term. All right, so the S&P, in my opinion right now, is trading and it's going to go down. Now, I believe that the S&P is going to come down because you can see the volume is not accompanying the recent upside. And based on the common resistance point, we are there. But of course, again, the main thing is this, 4,300 is where a lot of people is expecting the market to be there. And the moment now we're at 42.83 or just marginally away. We saw a very huge fight over here at 4,200 level, and then the market breaks above it where everybody was bearish, and usually that happens. Now when they're bear are all dying and they cannot make it anymore, or people think that that's the end of the bear market, usually that is a start of the bear market. What do you think? Let me know in the comment box. I would love to hear from you, okay? This is Cal signing off. Have a great time in the market itself. Take care. Bye-bye.